Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back with me at Unhas TV in the Unhas World Wide program. So today we have incredible guest who is alumni of Pasadena University, and now he is stay in Australia. Please welcome Mr. Farid. Hello, Mr. Farid. How are you?
Fine, I'm fine. Good. How are you?
I'm good. Awesome. Thank you so much. So, okay, where are you now? And stay in Australia now, or you move for now in Indonesia, or where are you now?
Okay, I'm in Makassar now. Right now,
Hmm?
on the street. Actually, I'm on my way home from visiting a friend
Okay.
town, and then yeah, just remember that I have an appointment with Unhas TV at
Yes.
7 a.m. right now, and yeah. But by the way, I'm in Indonesia a holiday, so
Yeah.
I
Okay.
originally live in Melbourne as a permanent resident of there.
Okay. So today, so you move, you stay in Indonesia for just a holiday and back later in Australia, right?
Yeah, I will go back to Melbourne because I live
Mm.
and work in Melbourne. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the time. So today, guys, actually, I'm honored to be able to talk with you, Mr. Farid, and we will discuss very interesting topics such as how television in Australia, what developments are expected in television, and of course, we will also discuss how Unhas TV going global. So Unhas TV is going global, which is the main topic of our discussion today, Mr. Farid. And
Okay.
uh, yes, I will give you my first question, Mr. Farid, is that how is television in Australia? I mean, the development of TV there
Or you mean the television as an
in Australia.
industry,
Yes, exactly.
Australia, and how the situation of that
Yes,
particular.
yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me try my best to answer your question.
Okay.
So I work for the ABC News of Australia. ABC News is parallel with TPRI combined with RRI in Indonesia. So it's a public broadcasting funded by the government and but run independently from the government. So editorially, ABC News that includes we provide several services at the ABC News. That is TV service, radio service, and of course the digital service, which is a website. So you can access our content through our website, our TV content, our radio content through our ABC News website. So, and all of these services is funded by the government. So if you are asking about you want to know the probably how Unhas TP would be compared to the media that I work, I think because I assume that you get a funding from Unhas as an organization, and then your fund
Yes.
would the Unhas would provide a fund for you yearly probably, so you will be able to run your activity as a media particular in particular a TV media. Now, if you ask me about how the TV industry in Australia right now at the moment, as you know, the development of uh, social media has a very huge impact on the so-called traditional media that includes the TV. So I'm to be honest with you, I'm quite surprised when I heard and someone from your side contacted me that see was from Unhas TV. I was quite surprised. Oh, Unhas is creating a TV service right now where everyone is going digital actually. So I don't know what was the idea behind this the establishment of Unhas TV. As I'm quite confused because in Australia you have ABC News, as I mentioned, as a public broadcasting, which is funded by the government. But on the other hand, you have just like in Indonesia, you have a commercial TV, right? Runs by those corporate media corporate, or in some instance media conglomerates, just like here in Indonesia. So an entrepreneur who has a lot of money establish a media company and then run TV services, just like in Indonesia, exactly. But the challenge for them, I think, the development of social media, where and I believe in this theory, in this some media theory. Oh, sorry, where everyone is a journalist right now. You are a journalist. I am a journalist. Through what? Through my own social media platform. I can report any event that I see on the street to my own, say, Facebook account or Instagram account or Twitter, probably any social media account. This is a big challenge for traditional media like TV, even in Australia. So they are, I as far as I know, they are struggling to maintain their dominance, like in the early or in the 20th century. We are now living in the second decade of 21st century, where the information technology, not to name the artificial intelligence, that has a big impact on all of our life, including the media industry, including the TV industry. So the challenge is there and very big, very huge for them, for the traditional media, to maintain their dominance because, yeah, everyone is actually a journalist right now. You know, sometimes you have an ordinary people, ordinary citizen that has more follower than our TV station. You know, so this one single person is actually more powerful than us as an organization where we employ like thousands of people. So if you ask me how the situation over there, I think is quite similar with the Indonesian TV industry in general. I'm talking about. Look, people, personality, TV personality like Najwa Shihab, for example, as far as I know, she created her own platform where and producing contents regularly. I mean, and I think she's quite powerful in some issues, yeah, compared to, like, say, any big TV station in Indonesia. I think so. So yeah, I think that is the general description of how the situation are over there, and I think also over here in Indonesia.
Okay, so like not your about your opinion, not different, not different. We still sound have a still some things about how about television in Indonesia and how about television in Australia, but in general, like media corporate instant actually founded by the mostly government, right? But Indonesia, like we have still like corporate founded by the government and not by the example Unhas. the different not from the instancy and everything. So, okay, we move on the second question, which is what kind of development are expected in television?
Okay, this is an interesting question. Just like I mentioned before, so you are in the process of developing Unhas Tv, right? So my advice to you would uh be adaptive. I mean, yeah, adapt to the new technology, because otherwise you'll be just irrelevant, so irrelevant. You would spend a lot of resources and money to something that is actually irrelevant, not relevant to the future, unless you make some adaptation, or even adjustment to this new media environment. I mean, yeah, if you are thinking in the traditional way of developing this Unhas TV, like, yeah, you create an organization and then you recruit some people to do this job, the task, and these roles and the like, then I think that's not enough now. Look, the what do you call it? The environment is changing. So my advice would be, yeah, you have to adapt and adjust yourself, because there is no way for a traditional media like TV station that could what do you call it? Could survive and in the very hectic and very competitive environment. Unhas TV is just, I don't want Unhas TV to be just any other, waste of effort, waste of resources that is not so not is influential, or not. There is no role that Unhas TV could play, at least to the Unhas community, probably. And I don't know about your platform, whether you are broadcasting through a satellite or through a YouTube platform or whatever. But yeah, first of all, you have to deal with these things, these challenges. You have to adapt the new technology. That includes using YouTube, using other platform that is relevant to the new generation. And then secondly, of course, at the end of the day, it's about the content. At the end of the day, I believe I'm a journalist, and I started my career in Unhas actually back in early 1990s as a reporter for the student newspaper, the student magazine called Identitas Unhas. I started my career there in early 90s. And I still believe that if we are talking about journalism or media, the core of it would be the content that we provide to that we produce and provide and deliver to our audiences. If Unhas TV from now on or to the future could create or produce a high quality content somehow, yeah, to and offer it to the audiences, I think you have a chance to survive and to compete with those competitors, including anyone, because anybody is your competitor now. You have to put yourself and see anyone as your competitor. That way, you would be able, or you can challenge yourself to produce more a high quality TV content, TV packet content, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so actually we have to different and we have to make a new movement to make different Unhas TV to other, right? Okay,
Yes.
awesome answer. And I actually curious about one these things, Mr. Farid.
Yeah.
Last but not least, and I have one more thing. What is important notes for Unhas TP in for now and in the future?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let me give you some advices. So and I hope it would be a helpful for you guys there in Unhas TV. And that is the as I mentioned before, focus on the content. Focus on the content that is first of all so relevant to your community. I see this Unhas TV as a community TV actually, and no. So your positioning, you have to position your organization not that kind of beyond your own ability or capability, you know. So I in my view, on my opinion, Unhas TV is a kind of community TV that is dedicated to Unhas community. Yeah. So that is your position. And in that sense, I think try your best to serve that community as much as possible by providing a high quality content that is first relevant to that community. Now, what is relevant to Unhas community that Unhas TP would be focused on? You know better than me. You know better than me, of course. I believe what is relevant to the Unhas leadership, what is relevant to Unhas lecturer, what is relevant to Unhas researcher, what is relevant to Unhas staff, or what is relevant to Unhas students, or what is relevant to Unhas students' parents or the surrounding community in Unhas campuses, you know better than me. So, first of all, make yourself so relevant that no other institution or no other organization could provide that kind of content other than you. That's that first thing. Second, remember, you are basically journalists. You have a social responsibility to be to be as responsible as possible, to be as objective as possible as a journalist. You cannot just throw out any random content to your audience. No, that's not a good way of doing business here. You have to to follow the journalistic values. You know, that is, you have to be objective. You have to be cover both sides. You have to I mean, decide what angle would be more interesting than this angle, for example, yeah. And yeah, stick to the journalistic norms and values. That's my second advice to you. And third, of course, employ this new technology in your day-to-day activity. Spread the word to your social media account. To be honest, I'm quite surprised, as I mentioned before, to hear that Unhas is creating Unhas TV right now. So it's kind of surprise to me. So, but yeah, because you already established this new organization, yeah, just go ahead and try your best, do your best. I mean, and yeah, hoping that you will be relevant to your audiences, so that they will go back to you watching or following your content over and over again. Okay, I think
Okay, wow. Yep.
I think that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I wanna. This is the step closing. So from what you said from Unhas to Unhas TV is that be adaptive, addict to new things, adjust yourself, and make new movement because actually, for now, because this is new, right? So we have to learn a lot for everywhere. So one thing I know too is that focus on content because for from your opinion, the have we have to make what relevant, like relevant to student, what relevant to parents of student, and don't make it random. It's the useful so much, and we have to learn a lot from you, Mr. Farid. So thank you so much, Mr. Farid, for today. Actually, glad to see you and have a very great discussion.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was our conversation with Mr. Farid and Unhas World Wide program. I am Anugrah from Unhas TV. Thank you and see you.